Emperor of OZC, you have failed to complete the mission assigned to you. I will now resume command. Prepare the pass for my return.
Welcome to OZChris vs. Boom Studios for week 2 of September, here with a review of Saban's Go-Go Power Rangers, issue number 23, written by Ryan Parrott and Sina Grays, art by Francesco Mortarino, coloring by Rule Angulo, the cover by Ivan Chavrin. So, Jason gets a flashback to Shattered Grid. He witnesses the combined Ranger team's last attack on Lord Drakkon and his Ranger sentries. They're getting the one-up on the sentries, but they're not getting the one-up on Drakkon himself, who defeats the Beast Morphin team before he's confronted by Jason for a final fight. And while this is going on, back at Angel Grove, the rest of the Rangers are fighting off against Warbunny, who, as typical monster faction, grows into a giant, so they call on their Megazords, their Zords, the Thunder Zords, to fight him off. But considering Jason is still preoccupied, they can't form their Megazord yet to defeat Warbunny, so they're buying some time until Jason can arrive, as Jason finishes off with his dream, but leaves to help his friends to deal with the Warbunny, and they successfully save the day. So the story, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. Definitely a good issue of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and really tying in, providing like the backstory to the Omega Ranger team, how it all started. This is essentially how it all started. Jason being visited by the emissary making him remember what Shattered Grid was, what happened there, because when Shattered Grid was corrected at the end of MMPR, not everyone would remember what it is, but Jason is forced to remember in his own kind of interpretation, as the emissary says, the Jason fighting Drakkon was just his representation of his sanity trying to keep itself, not being overwhelmed by this knowledge of previous events that no longer exist. So while the fight itself didn't actually really happen, Jason versus Lord Drakkon, it's just Jason's sanity's interpretation of fighting back to keep Jason okay, in the clear. And yeah, essentially pretty much this leading up to like what's going on currently in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they're both part of the Necessary Evil story arc, and at least 2 villains which are currently in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are alluded to in this issue. So we're definitely seeing the groundworks of the Omega Ranger team. The fight with the Warbunny, nice and simple. It's what you really get with a Power Ranger fight, nice and simple. They don't really actually form a Megazord to defeat him. Jason comes in and defeats him anyway with just his Zord, Thunder Dragon Zord it was. There's a lot of names, I can't remember all of them, but moving on to art and coloring, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. Good art, good coloring, definitely, especially the pages of the Shattered Grid flashback within Jason's mind. I really like the art and coloring in that. Good art and coloring. The cover itself, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5 as well. This is a really good cover, really good art, really good coloring. And that is it for this review for Go-Go Power Rangers number 23. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.